y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Marissa, and I am so glad that you guys are here today. In this video, I am doing a lunch meal prep for my son and his wife. He asked if I would make some steak stir fry or steak fried rice, however you want to say it. It's kind of a play on what you would get at a Japanese restaurant. We have one here in our area that we really like, really enjoy. But as many times as I've made this and tried to make it taste like theirs, it just doesn't. I mean, my son did say this was good, and it was good. It's not my favorite, and I'll tell you why here in just a little bit. But it's good. And you can mix this up. You can use any meat you want. You can use any vegetable you want. You can add eggs to it if you want. You can make it however you want. But what I did here is I just added some olive oil, sesame seed oil, and some butter to my iron skillet, and I let that get hot, and then I'm going to add my beef to it. Now you can use New York strip, you can use prime sirloin, you can use whatever you want. I got stew beef because it was on sale, and so I chopped it up. I did, but hold on. I cut it up into bite-sized pieces and trimmed off a lot of the fat. And I'm going to add salt and pepper, and I'm just going to let this cook till it's done all the way through, and it'll render out a lot of its juices. And I'm just going to let it cook down until it's almost gone. So here I am adding some soy sauce and we don't need the lid, but soy sauce and lemon juice. And again, I'm just going to continue cooking this until it has cooked down to almost gone. I don't measure anything. I just eyeball it and do everything to taste. And if it needs anything at the end, then I will add it. But on this night, I was just throwing all the ingredients together in a pan. Believe it or not, this meat does not get tough. It actually stays really tender. So I'm now going to take all the meat out of the pan, and then I'm going to add a little bit more oil and a little bit more olive oil and a little bit more sesame seed oil, and I think I add butter as well. But and then I'm going to add in my onions and my peas and carrots. Like I said at the beginning, you can use any vegetables that you want. You can add zucchini, you can add some yellow squash, anything you want really. You know what? This would actually be good with some fall flavors like butternut squash, acorn squash, stuff like that. Sweet potato, but maybe not with a fried. I don't know. I'm thinking. Well, anyway, so I'm going to get the meat set aside, and then I'm going to get my vegetables um, cooking until they get nice and tender. And I am all about the shortcuts. I do buy frozen vegetables, frozen onions, frozen peas and carrots mixed. If I have fresh that I need to use, I will use that, but I tend to go for the easy, which is why this summer is the first time, not the first time I am prepping food for the freezer, but prepping it in the quantity that I am prepping it. So, I've grown, my peppers have done really, really well in my garden. It's the only thing that the groundhog didn't attack and kill. So I have an abundance of peppers, and I'm just chopping them up and putting them in the freezer. And I've already been using them, and it's so easy and so nice to know that things that I grew is now in my freezer, ready for whenever I need it. But I do take the easy way out. If you guys want to buy fresh and chop it yourself, have at it. Sounds good. It's your kitchen and you do you. Once the vegetables are tender, and you can I'll go ahead and get them out of the pan and put them on the same plate as my beef, and then I'm going to add my rice to the pan. I add a little bit of olive oil and butter to the pan, and then I'm going to dump the rice on top of that, spread it out into an even layer, and try to crisp it up a little bit, and then flip it over and crisp up. It's best if you can make your rice the day before. I'm using white rice. You can use white, brown, jasmine, basmati, whatever you want. And try to have it ready the day before because cold rice does better in this dish. And so I'm going to do that and get it ready. And then I do add some soy sauce to the rice as well once it's in the pan. I did taste it at this point and it just needed a little something to it. So I did add a little bit of honey, is what you see here. Now, when I said that this was good, it wasn't my favorite. It needed more honey. I am not a fan of sesame seed oil. A little goes a long way when you use that. And so, I mean, I didn't use too much for this dish, but it still was a taste that was there that was kind of dominant for me. And so I will add a little more honey, or maybe a lot more honey, to this the next time I make it. But now I'm just going to get it all fried up, and then I'm going to taste it and see if it needs anything. And it did need a little bit more soy sauce, and it needed a little bit more pepper, and that really helped it a whole lot. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload. If you guys give this dish a try, please let me know how you liked it, if you liked it or didn't like it, or what you would change. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.